for some people.
Okay, keep going.
And this is spin fixtures. Like I said before, we got the grind mate. There's in the back. Another grind mate, so that's the second one. We have the ID Bory, our grinder. So this is internal grinder, which I either use on the engine lathe or on the grinder, or the milling machine, I should say. So it does internal grinding. I have that also. So it's actually, like I said, I have almost anything and everything a small shop would want.
I mean, this was everything needed to start this business.
Yeah, everything you need. And I don't think there's anything of importance on these, but you get an idea. Oh, I went through a phase of just buying every one of these I can find. So I got a whole shitload of them. Surface gauge.
Surface gauge, okay.
Yeah, all the way from a really tiny one to what they consider their biggest one that I've ever seen. So.
Where did you find these at?
Yard sales usually, but I had to buy some straight out. You know, just one of those things that if I seen them, I buy them. I mean, they're all nice shape, nothing wrong with them. But I don't do anything anymore, so it doesn't matter anymore. So everything needs to go. I don't think there's any. Yeah, this is just junk at that point. Yeah. Okay. But every drawer has something of value to somebody.
Open that up again, please.
This one.
Okay.
But there's all kinds of stuff underneath it also. This is actually for that little piece I was telling you that does grinding. That's a huge block that you put on a surface grinder. So this thing here, you put that on a surface grinder just like you see. So you can spin parts.
Wow.
Yeah. So those are actually 3 different units. This is separate usually.
How would spin
that little handle there?
The gear?
No, this little thing. Actually, I have an attachment for it.
Oh,
now that you say that, hold on. Because this is kind of one of the interesting things that I did myself. Where the heck are you? There's a little attachment. I just seen it yesterday. It's so funny.
Sales.
I figured. Okay. But I made a V block or V attachment for it to go on here because this spins. So I made a V attachment to go there, and that little thing that you see underneath the refrigerator, that I would attach to the grinder, and that would spin this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's kind of, and there again, like I was telling the ex-wife, I said, I can't have just somebody walk in here and not even understand
God, you got so much here to take in.
Yeah, and I know everything about it, so it's really easy for me to say, oh, well, that's that piece there, and so on and so forth.
I mean, when I remember, I used the EDM guy to cut a bolt out of a head.
Yeah, they do that also.
And I thought, well, that's all he had, but he had a bunch of other equipment I didn't bother to pay attention to. So
yeah, well, I could do that also. I used to do a lot of work like that. A lot of the fixtures are just, they're getting fixtures like that.
One more time on this thing right here, it was a...
That's a laser micrometer, and it's graduated into 0.000025, I believe. So if you look at it, it's I had a piece of light probably. I moved all the chalk.
The smallest hair.
Yeah, it's really tiny. It's.
I mean, you can't even see it.
No, oh no, God no. But it's like, if you were to go, where the hell's my chalk? Isn't that funny? Oh, there you are. Okay. So if I remember right, it's like 0.000. Now this range here is the size of a human hair, which is 3/1000. Yours, mine, almost anybody. This is going to be say like if you have a 1/4 inch, so it's going to be it's going to be over here. So it's going to be 250. So that's a 1/4 inch, and 375 is a 3/8 inch. So you get what I'm saying here. So beyond this area here, we go in tenths of inches, so that's 1/10 of that. So that's 10 of these going to here. Then if you go over here, that is now 1/100 of that. And then of course over here is 1,000. So that thing is split into 1,000 times to check. Is that accurate? So, and it's all, I mean, if you were to go to manufacturer and get it, this little guy here, I don't know if I have power. Let me see. I haven't used any of these things first. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Still working. Okay. So everything still turns on. So there you go. It's going to tell you, it's measuring that pin. So you see where it is 0.000005 all the way out there. Just like I said, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I was off by 1. 1, 2, 3, 6. So, and then it's measuring that pin right now. So it's real dirty, so we'll wipe it.
It's so robust for sitting here. And not being used every day.
Yeah. Last time I turned it on, this was probably 7 years ago. First time I've turned it on in 7 years. So it's telling you right now just the vibration or air movement changes the realistic number. But you can drop that last number or you can round it off if you want. So most people would say, I'm going to leave it right there because it doesn't matter beyond that. And then it gets stable at that point. But realistically, the machine here, perfectly capable of measuring all the way down, and then it prints out here. So this is for this up here. So these are two different things. This is for the surface diameter. This is for surface roughness. And you can see the little, let me see if I got the light on. Yeah, okay.
Oh, wow.
So you put this pin, when I was done with it, I would put it in here and then etch this down here. See how it's moving? And then I would turn this machine on and then verify what the surface roughness was.
Really?
So my customer had to know that this pin had a certain surface finish when I was done. Very pain in the ass,
My
but that's
God.
yeah.
That is the minute.
Yeah, and then that's what that is. This one up here.
And the latest technology is still the same?
Yeah,
pretty much.
I'm sure it changes a little, but the
I
simple
would
fact.
see the readouts might
yeah.
change. Touch.
Yeah,
Well, this
it's
is
all beautiful though.
Yeah.
It's really. I've always kept this as clean as I
I
could.
know. I
but
mean, that's the way to doing that. I like
no,
that idea.
that gives you an idea. So if somebody wanted to go into this type of work, everything is here. And if they wanted some hands-on to explain how to do it, because this customer's still out there, and I'm assuming he's still doing the same thing. It's just I got older and I said I'm done, and it COVID didn't help and all that crap, and then they were moving all around. I think they moved to Tennessee, and at the time I moved to Tennessee now, but at the time I wasn't going to move. So the customer from here moved all the way to Tennessee, which made it very hard to have that interaction that you would like to have with the customer.